EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Atlanta Falcons and the Denver Broncos. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready up. 42. Let's go, G. Check. X3. 218. Let go.
Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. This is the tight end fan. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards there, first down. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
Locke's throw caught by Sutton. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
From Falcon territory now, here's first and 10 at the 38. On first and 10, here's Locke. Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. So now it's third and long, because remember, they also lose it down on the grounding call. On third and long, it's Locke. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
On fourth down, on is Colby Wadman now to punt. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And this will be taken at the 13. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Falcons will be taking over first and 10. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now, 1st and 10 at their own 21.
Back to you. I'm going back to you. Check. Hey, Haywood.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10.
20. Hey, Alpha. 53, Mike. Hey, South. Switch. Let's go.
Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down.
Come on, QB, come on. Hey, one set. Check, Mike. 39. 54.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. It's caught. Jones. A 3rd down gain of 19.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Check. Watch 54.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Ryan. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Von Miller in there for a milestone sack as that moves him past Hall of Famer Michael Strahan, who finished his career with 141.5. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. From the gun, it's Ryan. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this is taken in at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. That pass was heavily defended on 3rd down, but you know what? He's one of the best in the league at body control, and he showed you why there.
So what that tells you is that the guy throwing the football understands his guys, doesn't he? Give them a chance, put it up there, and realize that even in a battle, they're more than likely to come down with the football.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Gets it off to Freeman. And he'll go backwards. Losing yardage to the 5.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 5-yard line.
Smith is the lone man in the backfield here as they get ready for 2nd and goal.
Hey, bye. Any weapon. Crush. Kill. Space.
Ito Smith, his first carry. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, we look at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though.
Ready, 25. Number 53, Mike 53. I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play. 51. 6-6, bullet high. Go!
They'll look to run with Freeman. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman with touchdown number 7 on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Go! Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Yo.
From the 27, Locke. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Mike 25. 53. Mike.
After the interception, here's Ryan. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Von Miller, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
A gain of 10 yards, and it's 3rd down.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, Falcon football. They're looking at a 3rd and 6 here to start things out.
Mike 25. Let's go. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Hey, 59, ready. Check 53's Mike. Check 53's Mike. Gun. Yeah, all day. I'm coming after you. Let's go.
From the shotgun, Ryan. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. The Falcons send out their punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first two drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
A pass there complete to Sutton. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver first down. Lock now. After the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. On first down, Lock. Open man, and again it's Sutton. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 26.
21. Slam. Recon, 132 fighter. Check. Get up.
Operating from the gun, Ryan. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. A gain of 6 there on first.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Here we go. Shoot. 58. Wait. Ready to go.
Out of the gun, they give to Freeman. And they got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Well, they had that one snipped out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Complete to Jones. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Ryan. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons push further out in front. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 30 yards. Clock now on first down. The throw caught by Core. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. Again, it's Locke. And he's going to keep it here. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
General West. He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got something.
Ryan. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Von Miller in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons.
Tuesday. Switch. 22 jet bomber.
Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. There goes a deep ball. End zone. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now under 100 yards of total offense. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to turn you up. Don't get nervous. Ready.
Block again here on 2nd and 10. He'll get this one to Patrick. 11 yards there, first down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. Block now, 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They got to feel pretty good about that one.
Mike 54. You must be getting tired of seeing me.
From the 36, Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tack McKinley able to record his 5th sack of the season. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. A final shot before half for Locke. Steps away to his left. And now he'll let this one go deep, back over the middle. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Guys.
54. Now Ryan. Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to give it to Ridley. He's picked off at his own 46. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And that one makes it 14-7. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
Check 26, check 26. You drop Orphan. Got it.
They'll try to get the ground game going with Freeman. And some room to work. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 50-yard line.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Crunch time, defense. Mike 5-4. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up.
From the gun, it's a run for Freeman. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's 1st and 10. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
It's a gain of 9.
And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpire's got different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Watch twist, wait, wait. Alert 3, alert 3, alert 3. Check 90. 51, Sam. Hey, Sam.
After the penalty, here's Freeman. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
59, Dennis. Mike 25. 53, Mike 53. Stay with your man. Mike. Hey, Brooklyn. Mike.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Ryan. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Good yardage there on the scramble, and all of a sudden they're left with a 3rd and 2. Much more manageable.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And now a 10th carry for Freeman. Shoves him aside. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
They'll try to run this one in. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons push further out in front. Crosby with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. He's going to go for a big play downfield, and that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. And now the third down throw incomplete as well. Solid coverage on the play by Devondre Campbell.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
This will be fielded at the 17. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, and they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. 25 yards, the pickup there, and also a first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Staying on the ground, this time it's Smith. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
No. 11. Go team, spill. Hey, one set. Check Mike 54. Hey, gun. Hey, come on, no.
They snap it at 1. Now Ryan. His throw caught at about the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. In for the score. And the Falcons push further out in front. Crosby connects on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Check.
On second down, a run with Lindsey. He'll have a first. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. Welcome back now to Denver. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
Set. Hey, orbit. 8, read. Shoot.
Block now on first down. He's going to let this one go deep. That's going to be caught. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Tim Patrick, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos cut into that lead. McManus's point after is good. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Well, they're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Throwing now is Locke. Flushed out right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Back to throw. Duffy. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, they really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, and especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And that right there is something we've seen, 15 times in NFL history. That will officially go down as a 60-yard field goal.
And everything has to be absolutely perfect for this to have any chance. He's got to get it out low and really drive through it. And I tell you, that was one heck of a kick. One heck of a decision on the sideline to even try it as well.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time, 1 play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
It's going to be a long day. Check. Kill, kill. 11. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up.
Here's Freeman. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that...
And that's caught inside the 35. Over 30 yards there, and first downs on 3 consecutive plays now.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
Hey, express. Set 24.
Now Freeman, he's been busy today. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 32-yard line.
Ready, blue 80. Blue 80. Right 54. Right 54. 3 buzz. 25. Check. Mike 5-4.
Now Ito Smith. And he stopped immediately there. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. As we get late in this one, is altitude a factor for a visiting team in Denver? Is that something that's overplayed?
No, it's real, and I know a lot of the visiting teams like to downplay it because they don't want to get into the heads of their players, but you can't avoid it. As soon as you get to the locker room, you get to the stadium, they're always posted in there. Welcome to Denver. Altitude 5,280 feet. The air is rare.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
But plain and simple, that's the 2nd time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points, so while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route, and he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They're giving those short little routes, tackled him in bounds, too. They're just not going to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes. But now you got to have guys who can actually break tackles and increase those gains.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. Got a man open. It's Sutton. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos 1st down. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for, but it's going to be 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Duffy. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. This is caught. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Cortland Sutton, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point from McManus is good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and then, by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary in that last possession, though.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Check 51, jump! 51, jump!
Here's Ryan. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
They run. Devontae Freeman. Derek Wolfe there on the tackle.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Throwing now is Ryan. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Here's Ryan. Gets it off to Freeman. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. A 20th carry now for Freeman. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
How about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that.
Ready, blue 80, blue 80. Check, check, walk 54, walk 54. Watch the slant. Hey, white. 54, Mike 50, ready to go.
Now Ryan. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Ryan to throw. Oh, no, lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. Past the 20. So this thing rests on the shoulders of Brandon McManus. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. So this thing rests on the shoulders of Brandon McManus. And they're not going to get the kick off in time. That's going to set them back 5 yards.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
So this thing rests on the shoulders of Brandon McManus. He made his only attempt earlier. This for the win. And they're going to get the timeout called. What a finish. We're down to 4 seconds to go in this football game.
Ready. 90, Wolf.
And they will take a knee and set up what would be a potential game-winning field goal try. Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. So this thing rests on the shoulders of Brandon McManus. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And his kick is indeed good. And it'll be all smiles on Blake Street.